Title: Understanding Statistics in Class 9 Mathematics. Welcome to our detailed exploration of the Statistics unit in Class 9 Mathematics. Today, we will delve into how statistics helps in collecting, organizing, and interpreting data, and how this can be effectively represented using various types of graphs. 1. Introduction to Statistics. Statistics is a branch of mathematics that deals with the collection, analysis, interpretation, presentation, and organization of data. In Class 9, the focus is on developing skills to handle large amounts of data and represent them visually to make sense of the numbers. 2. Collecting data. Data collection is the first step in the statistical process. It involves gathering information from various sources, which could be surveys, experiments, or observational studies. For example, if we want to analyze the performance of students in a class, we would start by collecting marks scored by each student. 3. Organizing data. Once data is collected, the next step is to organize it in a structured format. This can be done by creating frequency distribution tables, where data is grouped into classes or intervals, making it easier to understand and analyze. 4. Representing data. Data representation is crucial as it helps in visualizing the information, making it easier to identify patterns or trends. There are several ways to represent data. Bar graphs. These are used to represent data in the form of bars, where the length of the bar is proportional to the value it represents. For instance, a bar graph of marks scored by students can show comparisons at a glance. Histograms. Similar to bar graphs, but used for continuous data divided into intervals. Unlike bar graphs, histograms have no gaps between the bars, as they represent continuous data. Frequency polygons. These are line graphs that use points connected by straight lines to represent frequencies of data. They are often used to compare different data sets on the same graph. 5. Example. Creating a bar graph. Let's consider an example where we have data on the number of students scoring different grades in an exam. The grades are A, B, C, D, and E, and the number of students are 10, 15, 7, 5, and 3 respectively. Steps to create a bar graph. Draw two axes. The horizontal axis represents the grades, and the vertical axis represents the number of students. Label each axis with appropriate titles. Draw bars for each grade with heights corresponding to the number of students who achieved each grade. Ensure each bar is of the same width and there is equal spacing between them. 6. Interpreting data. Interpreting data involves extracting meaningful insights from the data represented in graphs. For example, from the bar graph created, one can easily see which grades most students are achieving and identify areas where improvement is needed. 7. Summary. In summary, statistics in Class 9 Mathematics involves collecting, organizing, and interpreting data. Effective representation using bar graphs, histograms, and frequency polygons helps in understanding the data better and making informed decisions. 8. Quiz hint. To test your understanding, try drawing a histogram from the following data. Grades obtained by students. Remember, histograms are particularly useful when you need to represent continuous data, and they help in showing the distribution of data across intervals. Thank you for joining this session on Statistics in Class 9 Mathematics. Practice these concepts with different sets of data to enhance your understanding and interpretation skills.